Republican National Committee is holding its annual summer meeting in Boston right now. The gathering comes almost a year after Republicans nominated Mitt Romney at their 2012 convention. But without their guy in the White House, this is something of a cleanup year for Republicans. Here are the 3 things you need to know from the RNC meeting.
First, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie slammed potential 2016 rivals for the presidency, though he didn't name any names. And Jackie, we know what he said. What he said is this. He said, some within the party think we should be college professors. We need to be sort of pragmatists. We need to focus on winning. Obviously, there's this back and forth between the pragmatic wing of the party Christie's going to represent and the sort of ideological orthodox wing of the party that Rand Paul, Kentucky senator, currently represents. We've seen the two of them squabble before. Now, this isn't a real squabble. Chris Christie didn't name any names, but again, we know who he's talking about here. The question I have is whether Chris Christie is right in this gamble. He's essentially saying electability is going to trump orthodoxy in 2016. It didn't in 2012. Rick Santorum came very close to winning despite Mitt Romney's major advantages. Certainly didn't in 2010 when we saw a lot of senators come close to losing or lose primaries, at least due in part because they were seen as too moderate on the Republican side. So it's a kind of big gamble for Christie. It's the right move, I think, for him, but not without risk.
Right. Second, the RNC today voted unanimously to exclude NBC and CNN from hosting the 2016 Republican primary debates. Now, this is a non-binding resolution, right, and is contingent of them dropping their Hillary documentaries, which, so far, CNN and NBC has said that they're not going to do. CNN actually commented on this. NBC hasn't yet. CNN said, we encourage all interested parties to wait until the program premieres before judgments are made about it. Unfortunately, the RNC was not willing to do that. So yeah, this is a big step for the RNC. No, controlling primary debates is something they really wanted to do as part of their autopsy at the end of the last election cycle, because the 20+ debates that they had between their candidates, there's no doubt that it hurt Mitt Romney.
Too many. I think the big question for everybody out there, RNC, us, people interested in politics, is where do we go from here? Okay, we have the resolution. This amounts to, I think, sort of the RNC pushing their foot onto the gas in this big game of chicken and saying, look, we've now passed this resolution. You guys are going to blink first. You're going to cancel these documentaries. As you point out, CNN not saying so. I think the thing to watch here is nothing's going to happen in the near future. No one's announcing for president. But when people are in the race, does the RNC have the ability, Jackie, to say, you candidates, you can't participate in a CNN or NBC debate until the candidates listen?
Yeah, good luck. But it is a first step in the rebuilding of the Republican Party. We'll be watching to see how things pick up once Congress comes back to town.